You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up, Melissa? How you doing, Mel? You say glad you came live because I haven't been on YouTube since Friday, and I am lost on all the child. You lost on some stuff. I'm lost on some stuff. I need to catch up on some stuff. I've been working ever since I went live earlier, and it's like time for a lunch break, and I figure it's perfect time to come over here and chit chat before the Hoes with Hearts go live at 5:30, because a lot of people was over in VS chat a little earlier, and after we left there, the Hoes of Hearts said they was going to go live, like an impromptu live at 5:30. So I'm just interested in what's going on, because I am just like kind of lost in the sauce, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But if y'all haven't subscribed to Hoes with Heart, let me go ahead and grab that link real quick. Hey, Sassy, how you doing?
Hey, girl. Happy Sunday.
I know, right? Hey, Mel, how you doing?
Hey, I'm over here trying to be nosy, honey.
I'm trying to be nosy too. Shoot, I was over there in VS chat and I'm listening to all this stuff going on. But mind you, I was already in Breeze chat this morning listening to her. She was playing a little bit of the Hoes with Heart video from last night, but I still wasn't really like picking up on what had happened or what went on. So then VS went live and she was like, I don't understand why a lot more people isn't doing commentary on this shit. And she was like wondering, is it because it has to do with Ronnie Q? Are people scared to do commentary because it's Ronnie Q? And I'm like, what is they talking about? I still got to go back and try to watch that live.
How's it going?
But hey, everybody. Hey, Bertha May. Hey, Jill. Hey, Tay Bay. Shout out to the members. Come on in, you guys. Make sure you like and share the video.
I feel like I'm chasing my tail because I was like, I saw where Demetria shared something that VS was live. So I went over to VS and tried to red ball, but I couldn't red ball on her live. So then I went and tried to see, because they said something about Hoes with Hearts. I said, well, let me see what they did. And I couldn't, I was lost. I was like, I didn't got too far behind. I can't catch up.
Well, Sassy, are you more caught up than us? Because we're lost.
I mean, the only thing that I know, I didn't see Hoes with Hearts, but I talked to enough people who had seen it. Like they were like last night, it seemed like everybody was up, in my little secret back chat. So there was like, and I was just at Lemons, like playing my game, on my phone and just kind of listening, like, white noise, right? And they were like, are you at Hoes with Hearts? Are you at Hoes with Hearts? They sunning Ronnie Q. This is their word. They're sunning Ronnie Q. They dragging Ronnie. They never said drag. They sunning Ronnie Q. They getting Ronnie Q together. It was that type of notion, right? And I was like, well, what's going on? And basically it sounded like, and everybody who saw it was like, it's a must see, right? Like it was like, you gotta see this shit. And hey, dear self. And dear self, were you just at VS's? Because the Hoes with Heart mentioned you too, said you don't come back over there, and they feel like it was a Ronnie Q situation. So that's what we're talking. So then I just threw out in the chat surviving Ronnie Q, and they were like, yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
I saw that. Look at Sassy, old messy ass.
Well, it just came to mind because it was like this person got a problem with it, this person got a problem, and okay, dear self. Hey, everybody in the chat. So, okay. but okay, so I'm getting these messages last night. I'm really not wanting to turn over there because now by the time I get the messages, I know it's an hour or whatever, 2 hours in, right? So I'm like, I'll just have to catch the replay. Plus, y'all know one of my favorite storylines is Krista and Lemon and Honey. It was a hot fucking mess. So I was just, just kind of trying to go to sleep, but really wasn't sleep. Like, I was in that type of energy. So the meanwhile, when I'm giving my people the tea about what's going on with Lemons, they're giving me the tea of what's going on with Hoes with Hearts. So this is where I'm getting this from, right? So they're saying stuff like, I always say Unks Girl. I know it's UNC, but I say Unks Girl. But Unks Girl Bad Weave is the one that's like, I'm sick of this. That was who was also Ronnie Q's mod, right? Like, I'm sick of this. Like, it's time for us to confront this. And then they said that they mentioned me and Langston. I don't know in what context, but I guess it was something about our situation or my situation over there. And they were really tired of Ronnie Q basically like whining about not getting support, but at the same time beating down the people who did support her, which was my what do you call it? Gosh, I can't even talk. Not issue, but my experience with her, right? It was like, I want you over here. I want you over here. Why aren't you over here? But then when I dropped down, she felt like she was going to attack me. And I was like, that's not quite how this works, So I just, me, I'll I don't have to say a word. I just won't come back. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no, but Langston really, really liked them. Really liked Ronnie Q. So he would really watch her like every morning. And that's when he heard her attacking him. And then he said, I think the way it goes is View was on the panel and she was amening it. So that's when that's the reason why he goes off on them. It really doesn't have anything to do with me. It's just, that's the story that people picked up, right? But that's not the real story. So that's my situation. Then, I guess Rico had a situation. Then, so they just yourself had a situation. So I guess they just start going down the line. Like, basically we're not getting as much support as we should be getting because of you too. Then I guess back up, Ronnie Q, the way it's been told is Ronnie Q had some type of meltdown election night. I don't really know what that's about.
Either. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that's the way everybody is explaining it. Like, it was like reminiscent of a pure like just breakdown or meltdown. She took all of her mod sticks, that she wasn't coming back on YouTube, like that kind of stuff. And then she was back the next morning. This is what I'm hearing, right? So I'm like, okay, so it sounds like something has been itching towards, this moment. Girl,
they said that she had got upset. This is what they said, or what I heard, that she had got upset because a lot of people wasn't supporting her over her campaign videos or commentary, the voting videos. And I heard VS say you can't force people to vote. You can't hammer it over their head like a Bible thumper, like a, what I'm saying? Like, if people gonna support, they gonna support. Me personally, I'm not that big into the religion talks or the campaign or political stuff because it just creates a lot of arguments. Homes break up over stuff like that. Friendships break up over stuff. I'm not about to sit and argue with somebody why I believe this, why I believe that. I'm not, but that's just me.
That's my policy for work too. I don't talk religion. I don't talk politics.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I mean, I've said it all the whole time I've been here. I mean, listen, I think that I'm a political science major. I'm not interested in. Go ahead.
Is this under new management?
Yes, ma'am, it is. Hi.
All right. How you doing?
Good. Is anybody wondering, like I'm wondering, why Sassy's not at a meeting? Talent? Where you at, bro?
I already had my meetings today. Hey, under new management.
Hey, you did already?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Okay. All right. See y'all.
Bye.
She already had her meeting. And I'm on my lunch.
Okay.
How do you explain your stuff too, Sassy? Because I did not know that behind the Langston, and I did not know that behind the YouTube cameras either. I remember seeing you over there all the time, you know, when the Umar boys had arrived, and
Mm-hmm.
I know Ronnie Q didn't really like them, and you were there, and then all of a sudden, I don't really like. I pay attention, but I'm not like some people on here. Oh my god, why is that? Oh my god, I'm not like one of those people. But I did
Mhm.
saw how you kind of went back over there, and you was over there every morning. But I didn't think nothing of it personally. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's unfortunate for my situation. It's unfortunate that people I give and give and give of myself, and it's never enough, right? That's how I felt. That's why I just backed off of like clicking links, because then it seems like people started thinking that they had some type of ownership of me, like they could dictate where I went, how long I stayed. You know, if I drop down in ODS's, but I don't drop down in Bree, but I do drop down in Dovey, but I don't drop down at the hood table. Like, I was like, no, what the fuck is going on exactly? Like, y'all can't be, don't clock where the fuck I'm going, you know? And that's what Ronnie Q did to me. Now I only was clicking Ronnie Q's link as a symbol of girl power and as a symbol of the beef sector, right? So it was like, no, these dudes are trying to push her out or trying to act as if she's not beef sector and she's not going to know exactly what's going on in our sector versus these guys that didn't even know. You don't even know the characters to be talking about the sector, in my opinion, right? So I just stood up and was like, hey, I'll go over there and you know what I'm saying, assist. It wasn't like a help or like, oh, she just needs me. It's like, bitch, I know what I bring to a panel. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't hide from that. So if I'm gonna, you know, assist somebody, first of all, they're gonna be beef sector, and I'll do this. But Ronnie Q's audience is like, half of that audience is not my audience, right? Like, I'm more bubbly, I'm more goofy, I'm more give the facts. I'm not trying to make assumptions. I'm not trying to dox people. I'm not trying to cuss people out. I'm not trying to be angry. Like, that's not really my thing. You see what I'm saying? So more of my style is YTC. So I was just over there to help Ronnie Q maintain her numbers, and because I felt like it was too many motherfuckers going over to the Umar boys to listen to beef sector shit, you know, and a beef sector recap. And I stood strong on that. And I did that. And when the Umar boys left, I left. Like, what? There was no need for me. You know what I mean? Plus,
You was
on
like,
top
my
of that,
job is done.
my job is done here. And then on top of that, Deanna can't stand me. I don't know Deanna, but Deanna can't stand me. This is your crew, is Deanna and View, and you know, the ones that I do like is Choreo and Miss Toby, but there's a lot more that don't. So I don't need to sit in this type of energy anymore. I did it. I stood 10 toes down in it. Now my time is up. Now I'm going back to my happy goofy place. That's to be rewarded, right? That's to be revered. But in the beef sector, you can't, like, taking somebody out to dinner is not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? But in the beef sector, you can't do things like that, because then everybody they turn on you for the simplest of things. So Ronnie Q literally got mad at me because when the Umar boys left, I was like, okay, and I went to YTC. Now, why is that any of her motherfucking business? Then she doesn't want to talk to me about it. I catch her on Carrie's. I click Carrie's link like the grown woman that I am, and I talked to her about it. She had made a lot of assumptions. She thought that I was the one that told YTC to change her time. I'm controlling YTC's. Now, in hindsight, I wasn't controlling anything. Now the people can see that YTC was getting tired. She was more tiresome of these weirdo men always clicking her link and taking over, right? She wanted a more structured show. So I was just assisting her to get that structured show. But again, anything to blame Sassy, right? But in hindsight, it's like, oh, Sassy, please click the link. Please click the link. We don't want Rex to click the link. We don't want GX to click. No. Because when I was trying to do that, you guys had something fucking to say about it.
And when my doctor saw damage, Rinvoq helped.
You got some background under new management. I remember that day. I remember when you guys had that conversation. I did not know it was that deep though. like I said, I can't catch everything, but I really did not know it was that deep though. Just like when Tiva got upset with me a couple of months ago about Jay Dunn, and Jay Dunn hit my panel, and Tiva got mad and talked about me on her video, and basically like, I'm taking back my toys. It's up and stuck. I'm done. I know when to walk away. I won't, everything she said in that video, and I was like, damn.
Well, I
I
gotta,
I, I was just like speechless about what the whole
I think what
situation.
happens is, and this is what I think happens a lot with people. They get things in their own head, and then they just run with it. They don't want to have a conversation. By the time they do have a conversation, they have just created the scenario in their own head. So to finish the story, I was gonna say I went on Carrie's. I was like, I'm not sure why you're upset with me. Like, I was just over there helping. Like, there's no need for you to be upset or irritated with me. I debunked everything that she thought was happening. I'm like, Ronnie, none of that stuff ever happened. That is all made up in your mind. None of that is factual, right? These are the facts, and YTC will back me up, right? Like, there was never a conspiracy to come after your show or anything of the sorts, right? And I thought everything was cool. Well, girl, I go to drop down in her chat again. Right now, this is me putting myself on out there again, just for her to like, oh, you want to come over here? Oh, you don't want to go to ODS? You don't want? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm over here supporting you. And that had to be, this was before the people. Well, it couldn't have been before the people went to Vegas, because that was after. Was it before? I can't even remember now. But girl, in my mind, but it's already November. So in my mind, this had to be 3 or 4 months ago, if not longer. I just never went back. I was like, okay. So that was that for me. So, and I, not only did I never go back, I unsubscribed, and I never seen anything else she said since then.
Mm-hmm.
So
what's going on with her?
well, let me just finish this really quickly, and then I can, and okay. So then with her and View up on the panel, I guess dogging me out again. I'm from what I'm hearing, they would periodically just dog me out, right? Or at least Ronnie Q would. But again, I'm oblivious because I ain't seen it. That's how I like it, right? But Langston is still over there. He knows well enough to not tell me when people are talking bad about me, because I don't give a fuck. I can watch if I wanted to see it, right? This particular day, they're not only talking about me, but then they're talking about him. So now he has to tell me, because he's saying he clicked the link, called them all bums, scallywags. I'm making up shit. I don't really know what he called, He's talking about Ronnie Q had a stroke and View has cancer, like all of this fucked up shit that he knows that I'm not going to approve of. That's the reason why he tells me what happened, because he knows that I'm not going to be happy. Then I think he goes on to ODS's channel. He's trying to talk to View, but View doesn't want to talk to him. Then he says some more outlandish stuff. So he tells me about that. I don't see it. So that's when everybody starts putting my name in the Ronnie Q talent View situation, when I'm not even involved. Me and Ronnie Q situation ended, as far as I'm concerned, it ended 4 months ago, right? I haven't even, she's just continuously talking about me, but I don't know anything about her. You know what I'm saying? You understand? I know it's a convoluted story, but that's my situation with Ronnie Q. Well, turns out a whole bunch of people have these type of similar situations with Ronnie Q. So that is the reason why the Hoes with Hearts are doing another show tonight, probably titled "Surviving Ronnie Q."
Yeah,
I got
their show is actually titled "Don't Slip and Fall."
Oh,
can I say something real quick? I don't know what's going on with that lady. I liked her, no problem. What's his name? He was talking about her, and he was saying he had some pictures stomped down of her. I wasn't in the room for a minute, and I came out, and I was like, that's not her, whatever. So anyway, she was in I think it was Jay Wilson's room, and she was asking what was being said about her. I said he said he have your pictures. So when I went in her room that next day, she cussed me out, called me a B, and I said, "Why are you cussing me out?" She said, "Cause I laughed at her." When? I didn't laugh at you. And if I did laugh, it wasn't at you.
What?
Yeah, and she told me to get the out of her room and don't come. And I hit her link. She said, "This B got the nerve to hit my link."
So this is part of Hosewood Hart's argument on VS's earlier. And that's why I said I can only tell you my story in detail, right? But that's why I'm saying it seems like a lot of people have these stories where she is complaining about support, excuse me, the lack of support whilst cussing out and blocking her supporters.
Yeah. I'm like, man, I ain't do nothing.
Well, I mean,
Just answer her question.
that's kind of old school. Like, I don't really care. Like, I don't miss, watching Ronnie Q. I don't really care. I just think it's interesting that this is all coming out now.
Mm-hmm.
But if people want to be exclusive, I used to always say Fi is more exclusive than she is inclusive, right? So if Ronnie Q wants to be exclusive and she only wants a certain type of person, I think that's fine. I think that she needs to understand what she's doing and not complain about lack of inclusivity when you're putting that on yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Like if you don't want everybody's not welcome, that's okay. But just be over there like Truth. It's just me and my two people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I remember when and I really don't want to talk too much on her because she already was upset for me including her name in that Tiva shit. But
Well, thanks for having me up, your hood
you're
table.
welcome, babe.
All right, Sassy.
Bye-bye.
But you know who used to go live earlier and then start going live later.
My homie YTC.
Right.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to be respectful because she already hot with me, okay?
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, a lot of people had just assumed that Ronnie Q would be upset because they was going live around the same time. And that I think that kind of put the spark underneath it where everybody started having these conversations. And because people had heard her say before about people going on top of people and whoop whoop whoop, so it didn't really. To me, I was like, well, she doesn't act like she got an issue, right? But people kept like insisting that she
had an issue with me.
So it was just you that
had an issue with me, like it was my show. She had a whole scenario in her head that I was the reason that it was all of this was on me. And I was like,
who told her to go live later.
I'm the mastermind of everything. Almost 5 years on this bitch. Ain't nobody put out shit on me in no background. Not one goddamn thing. But I'm the mastermind of every goddamn thing. And I was like, it's anything to blame Sassy, anything to be mad at Sassy. Like, I just really bother these bitches. I'm like, girl, why? I mean, if you're going to be mad at somebody, I don't think you should be mad. Oh, I'm not mad at her because she's not beef sector. Okay, well, good. I'm glad the heat is not on my homie. You know what I'm saying? But what the fuck is you blaming me for? It's, again, they want to tear me down while begging me to be on their show. This is what I have learned this whole 2024. It's anything to tear me down, but can you come on my show, please? No, fuck you bitches. So that's my story with her. I don't know everybody else's. And like I said, the only reason why I'm talking about it now is because she's commentary, because I haven't mentioned this in 4 months because I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, you don't like me? Good. I don't like you? Good. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay. But, and I don't use things like this for commentary. You know what I'm saying? But if it comes up, it comes up, right? But had she not been talking about Langston, none of this would have actually happened. Because he would have never came out and said anything negative about her.
Mm-hmm. And I understand you on that part about coming out talking about shit. Because I'm the kind of person, if I realize somebody don't like me, I stay away. I don't say anything. I don't argue and fight on here. Not on here. Now out in real life, I'll argue and fight. But out on here, I try to keep myself away from that shit. Right. I just want to do my commentary. I don't want to argue and fight with motherfuckers I might not ever see in life. Right. So that's why the situation that happened with me and Tiva, I never said anything about it. That's why nobody even knew it happened. Unless
Yeah, I
you
didn't
were in
know.
her live.
I
Yeah, if
didn't.
you weren't in her live that morning, you wouldn't have even known, or that afternoon, or whenever. Nobody knew about it. And the only thing that prompted me, now when I tell you, I sat here for hours, like, should I say something? Should I say something? This ain't sitting well on my chest, and I had to say something. And you know that's not me, confrontational and shit
Yeah.
like that.
No, I
That's not
got
me.
it because it was odd, wasn't it? It was like, wait a minute, what are we doing here? But that's why I brought it up, because I felt that I understood where you were coming from. I understood where YTC was coming from, and we talked about it. I don't know if you heard it, but I definitely understood where you were coming from. And I told YTC at the time that the reason why she had to use your name is because it was a direct anecdotal example of her complaint. You know what I mean? Like, she can't say, "Oh, you just did it to somebody else." Like, no, this is like literally you just did this, but then when it was me, this is what you did.
And it was so huge. Like what
Yeah.
Rick Reed did was that next level Rick Reed drag. And I'm just comparing my little minuscule molecule, you know what I'm saying, to this big, huge thing.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you, it's just certain people irritate people, right? And they might be just right there at the cusp. And if you could do a small thing and it could be like, oh, just okay, fuck you then, you know? And quite honestly, I didn't really understand T Velocity's um her response, because she was saying that she wasn't talking about you, but then she also withdrew her support. So I was confused by that.
Right. You saw her video, because I kept telling people,
I saw something
yeah,
of it. Yeah.
right.
I,
Ronnie Q was doing her content yesterday, I think. She was like saying, well, she said she didn't withdraw her support. I said, Ronnie Q, did you even watch her video?
right.
Because
No.
if you didn't watch her response, then you won't know exactly what she said. I already knew it was up and stuck with Jay Dunn, but she went on further to make it clear to me and everybody who heard it. People was hitting me up talking about, oh my God, why she so upset with you? Why she withdrawing her support? And then from that day forward, if she didn't withdraw her support, she was never in my chat from that day forward. And it was
Right. So it was
it was 2 months later that
yeah.
I didn't see her in my chat. And I stayed away from her because I'm like, let me see which direction this is going to go, because I don't want to be down in somebody's chat. And they really, because the way she was, the facial expression, you know, I love me some facial expressions, right? But I'm looking at her face like she's really, like, she looks like she's angry. Like, I just did something so, I don't know. Like, I'm just like, girl, I was just beyond, like,
I don't know. I think, you know, it's, you know, listen, I think it's very interesting what's going on right now. You know, we have you know, more than a few people have some, they have some people who have some anecdotal reasons why they don't deal with people. You know what I mean? And I always said, like, my situation didn't involve anybody, two people. It involved two people, and it involved me taking somebody out to dinner. But a lot of people had a lot of shit to say, right? Okay, cool. But in these examples that we've gotten in the last 2 or 3 weeks, these people are coming out with like real life, like, no, this is what you did to me. This is what you said to me. This is what happened. So I don't know what's going to happen, you know, in an hour or so, less than an hour now, with this surviving Ronnie Q situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very curious. Like, I heard the Hoes with Hearts saying, like, AO was saying that she would ask Bad's Weave, like, hey, do you want to talk about it today? Do you want to talk about Ronnie Q? Do you want to get it off your chest? And Bad's Weave was like, no, I like her. I'm cool. I'm chill. And so I don't know what that, you know, straw on the camel's back was yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why they chose yesterday. And didn't you think it
Well,
was
I heard her say something about she had dropped down in Ronnie Q's chat, and a view is a view said
That's
something.
right.
Yep. She
Go
said
ahead, go
something
ahead.
about, I know you don't hit panels, but can you hit the panel, or will you hit the panel, or something like that? And she said, Ronnie Q, you could hear her grunt and say, I can't even believe she here.
You see, it's that type of shit. And this person in the chat, Shy Girls Complex, that's what Misa is talking about, Shy Girls Complex. So this is her managing moderator. Okay, so this is a core person, right? And she's grunting, telling a view, I can't even believe she here. What the fuck are you talking about exactly? Like, that's early as fuck. Okay, a lot of people can't be there, and especially not a mom of young children. Like, the morning is a hot fucking mess. She finally gets a moment to drop down, and instead of saying, oh my God, I missed you, how you doing? No, it's always waking up on the angry side of the bed. A happy bitch like me don't want to hear that shit.
Well, let me tell you, I'm going to try my best to get caught up, because a lot was going over there on Lemons last night. I ain't gonna hold you. And so,
Girl,
Filter Muffy, hey, you guys coming in. I hope I didn't miss
hey
anybody.
everybody.
I'm trying to tag y'all in the chat as I'm talking, and to everybody. But hey, Catherine and just Andrea and Shy Girl and Misa. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go back over there because so much stuff was happening on Lemons last night, and then of course I fell asleep and had to wake up this morning, and I was like, I got a long day, but let me try to get in alive before my day starts and I can discuss Lemon shit. I didn't know anything about the Hoes of Heart, and I really didn't even. I don't know too much about that whole situation. Now it could be because, like they said, they hardly ever do a show. They hardly ever go live. I don't never get notifications.
Nobody knew anything about that. That just like came up. Like, nobody was prepared for them to, like, nobody was prepared for them to go live on Ronnie Q. Like, there was no lead up, and even the people who possibly were in Ronnie Q's chat when Ronnie Q said that, how that kind of stuff goes. Like, you hear it and you might think, oh, that's kind of, cringy, but you don't, I don't think, I didn't hear any rumblings of anybody thinking, oh, Hoes with Heart's gonna go live and go off on Ronnie Q. No, complete surprise.
I don't even know the whole history. I honestly don't. Like, I know a little bit about LSA. I mean, I didn't even see my name over there. I didn't see people say compliment me, and I didn't see people drag me over there. But it's no biggie to me. I don't care. But as far as like the history with Ronnie Q and all them, like even the UNC Bad Weave, when I first saw that name come down on the B sector streets, I just thought it was a troll of the real UNC. I didn't even know the affiliation. So that's how much I don't know about, that group, that crew or whatever they call themselves. Mm-hmm. So it's very interesting.
Well, there's no backstory really other than they were all from LSA. I think you're looking for like some lead up story. There really isn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, no, there isn't. I'm just trying to tell you, there's not. It was just a crew of people who, now I have seen them address Ronnie Q over the years, right? Especially when she became a content creator. I've seen them, but it was more like there was the times that I saw them address her, it was more like it was a checking, but it wasn't too heavy. The one time that it was heavy is when, in my opinion, they sunned her because she was over at Lemons and they did not approve. And she backpedaled and pussy popped so fucking hard. At that moment, I saw exactly who she was. Because they were basically saying, you can't be a part of our crew if you're over at Lemons. Lemon does not respect women. Lemon does not like women. And you can't be in our crew if you call yourself going over there. And especially at the time, she had helped Lemon do something in regards to StreamYard or something. And they were not happy. And they addressed it and she never went back to Lemons
Oh
again.
my God, I didn't even know that.
She never went back to Lemon again after that day. And that's when I said, oh, she not the chick that she says she is at all.
I had no idea about that. What up, CCN TV? How you doing, boo? And what up, Kind to Me and the Unfiltered? I think I spoke to you guys already, the Unfiltered. But yeah, I didn't even know that they had got mad because she was over at Lemons.
Mhm.
Because do people really think he don't like women because of how he be?
I mean, that was their thought. I mean, I don't have that thought. You know what I'm saying? Me and Lemon, you know, we've been knowing each other for too long for me to adopt that thought, right? And you could have that thought about him, and you know, we would be able to discuss it, but you couldn't tell me where the fuck to go.
And I mean, myself personally, I don't think I don't have enough to believe that he doesn't like women. I just don't have enough. Matter of fact, I think he loves women. But as far as like this morning or last night though, I was watching Bree and she was really upset with Lemon and talking about she wants him to take her mod stick and she
really?
Yeah, because she's really upset about. She said even though just Krista, what she's doing by accepting this behavior on here is just ridiculous. Not her words, but I'm just throwing, you know what I'm saying? She's like, it looks bad, you know, whatever. She shouldn't be putting herself in that situation. But what Lemon is doing by taking advantage of the situation, she don't really like that. And so I'm in the chat just like, but it's a play, right? Don't nobody believe this is a real relationship. That's why the way he treats her on here, I mean, I just be sitting there like munching my popcorn like, okay, couldn't be me. But I'm also looking at it like this cannot be real because I just can't imagine a woman of this. What do they call themselves? Of this, I don't know. You know how these older women don't want to say they old, but don't want to say they, you know.
But this is where
maturity are acting like that.
This is where we always differ. When you be saying a play, see, I that's why we always get into this conversation, but I be needing like, I don't be getting it, because when you say a play, you mean that they're back behind the scenes and they are mapping out what they're going to do next, correct?
Yeah, and thank you, Shy Girl, lady of a certain age. That's what I meant. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Like Sassy.
That's not happening.
But have you noticed, Sassy? Every time they shit die down and something pops off on the beef sector and it starts getting a lot more focus, then something else with them just magically appears like Lucky Charms. I mean, like,
yeah, but I'm gonna have to listen. I tell you, from somebody who was in a kerfuffle and not one bit of it was a play, it just, y'all gotta understand that when you're dealing with people that maybe are not, some people are insane. Some
people
people
about with old girl.
Yeah.
I would have never thought that was a play.
Well, a few people did, but more than a few people did.
That's crazy.
More than a few people did. So what I'm saying is that, and then that's another thing I want to ask T Velocity. She thinks everything is a play, but she was early in her YouTube ships. She was all back behind the scenes and talking to people and helping people out and doing stuff. So why do you think everything is a play when you know that these relationships, how they go? Like, listen, to me, once you're in a kerfuffle, you really get to see things in a bigger light, right? And it becomes clear. So what I'm saying is that, no, those two people are not behind the scenes, like prompting each other as to what to do today, what to do tomorrow. That, I don't think that's true. Now, does each one of them realize that they're gonna gain something by taking advantage of the situation at hand? Yes. But, and y'all, I'm talking because I can tell Tanya's on mute, and so I'm not sure what she's doing, but I'm
over here rolling my eyes.
I know. I'm just like,
no, not like that. You know,
I know what you mean.
You wrong, that's what I'm saying about
I know, right. But the thing about it is that if it was a play-by-play play, okay, I use play too many times, you cannot trust either one of them to not tell us that it's a fucking play.
Wow.
You can't. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, think about it with the person that I'm just using me because I don't want to use anybody else. I can use a million people, but the person that I had my kerfuffle with, the very first thing that the person did was try to give y'all tea on me, and it wasn't even tea. Oh, she was smoking cigarettes. Oh, she was loud and cursing. It wasn't tea. It's the first thing on someone's mind is to tell you their deepest, darkest secrets or whatever they know. So as soon as that person gets mad, they're gonna say, and all this shit was a play. You see, what did Lemon and Dragons do to each other? What did Ness and Lemon do to each other? What did Shakira?
They ran plays.
Well, they ran a play or so. They didn't run a whole bunch of plays. And in fact, what they agree on is that the one play that they wanted to run is because Dragons needed rent money, was to say, because she knew nobody was going to give her money on our own, is to come up with a scenario to pull at the heartstrings. But
right, but he did admit that they was running plays.
He did not say that, Tanya.
Every time he came that. Yes, he did. He said we was running plays.
He did not say that, Tanya.
Yes, he did. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody was doing commentary.
No, you're not. No, that's not true. He said that she wanted to run a play. He didn't say
that's that particular situation, Sassy. That's that particular situation.
Okay, what plays did they run?
She even wanted to run a play about my family members and saying one of them was hurt or one of them died or something like that.
I said that, but that was a potential play. But you're saying that he said that he admitted to them running plays.
Yes, that exactly what he said was, yes, we were running plays. I admit that we were running plays, but the one particular play that she
y'all be making up.
Go back and listen. Go back and listen.
But what was the play though? What was the play?
The rest of the money grabs, like the bicycles and all that shit. He was saying we were running plays. Because she didn't want to come out here and just say what she really needed. So they would like the bike thing. She don't need no new bike.
No, y'all are reaching. You're reaching because, in my opinion, because
when I heard him say it though.
Well, because I think it's semantics, and I'll ask him tonight.
No, I heard him say it.
Okay, I'll ask him tonight. And listen, don't get me wrong. When I ask him, I'm really gonna be asking the audience. But what I'm saying is, to me, that's semantics. Because you guys hold on to the play, but it's really not a play if the girl needs money. So that's what I'm saying. Let's get back on this subject though. My point is the very first thing that they are going to say about each other is the play. So the notion that these two people, any two people or any group of people are running plays, to me is kind of outlandish, because they on Mad Day, that's the very first thing they're gonna say.
Okay, so if they're not running plays, please explain to me why she is acting like some 13-year-old girl who just had her first boyfriend, who allows him to talk to her any kind of way on a public platform, and she just be, okay, I'm sorry, I'll do better.
For several reasons.
I know what to do next time. Why? No, Sassy, you do it. Come on, that's how she sounds.
I love you, Krista.
Maya, for real, Maya, that's how she sounds. I'm so sorry. Even when she was talking to Ro this morning. Did you hear her talking to Ro this morning when Ro?
Girl, I watched that replay. Girl, the people kept calling me, and I kept saying, damn. And I had to pause it and then go back, girl. And then when he got mad at her because she wanted him to confront Simon, girl, I wanted to click somebody's link and replay that whole thing. And then Dimples is crying. I was going to do the whole thing, girl. I have it down pat in my mind. What everybody is saying is chaotic. He's mad at her. Oh, girl. But I love that shit. But
did you hear her crying or whimpering?
Whimpering, I call it, yeah.
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 All you could hear was, and Seven, and it was like, is she crying?
Oh, girl.
Like, she's crying? Seven had me cracking up.
I think, to your question, I think that Okay, I think what AKD said at the end, it's where the a brain stops developing as a teenager. It's definitely not like I said, like a traditional play. And I wish someone would come out and explain these things. Like I said, that's the very first thing that they're gonna tell y'all. They're gonna, I mean, on Mad Day, they're gonna be like, this shit was a play. But what they should talk about is their individual involvement, right? Like, oh yeah, I knew. Like, so let's talk about so Lemon and Krista. I think Krista has some serious abandonment issues. I think if she really, I think she said she was in a DV situation for almost 15 years. That's a long time to be, hitting on each other. Okay. I don't know too much about that type of stuff, but I do know that that's some toxic ass shit. And that's a long time. And then she hasn't dated since, right? So then that's 8 years, right? That she admits to almost 9 years that she hasn't dated. So I do think that there's some arrested development probably there as it relates to definitely what Toya is saying, like a lack of awareness, situational awareness, things that you should or shouldn't be doing. Also, the attention. Remember when we first came on YouTube? I think you've been here like a little bit longer than me. When I first came in, March will be 5 years. Everybody would say money, money, money. Everybody is trauma is a big one, Toya. People would say everybody's doing things for money, money, money. I used to get so irritated because I'm like, they not making that much damn money. Like it's only a few of them that are making some coins. It's not money, it's attention. So I think the other part of it, and I'm just talking about Krista, is attention. Like if she can't hang out with Lemon, where is she gonna hang out? So
Well,
it
she
might
definitely
be
ain't gonna be hanging out over there with Cold.
okay. But it's not, there's nowhere for her to, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, there's nowhere for her to just hang out. Like her, Lori, who else? I can't think of anybody else. And there's probably other people. Of course, they have their channels and they have their supporters, but they don't have anywhere to just kind of sit up, hang out, and just be them and do them. So I think that might be very fearful for her. Like if I don't make this right with Lemmy, where am I gonna go? Because apparently, like, who sits on somebody's panel for 8 and 9 hours every single night? So they really enjoy that. And I don't think we want that to leave. And then on Lemon's side, he's using the situation for content. I mean, it's great content.
And that's why I agree with the comment in the chat from Shy Girl. It's a play. It's just an ongoing telenovela for the B sector when it's slow because it's always going on. So that is the one thing people would have to do for commentary. The fake really. I absolutely agree with you. And I also have to say, if Terry P was to divorce her husband today, Krista be over there. Do it again, Sassy.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that for that one because yeah, nah, Terry P is not a factor. Terry P is a happily married woman. She's not really a factor.
If Terry P wasn't married, it'd be a whole different story.
Well, I mean, he can say that, but I'm saying it's a whole different time, right? I mean, I think when they were at Avatar Nation, I think a lot of us were new, or newer or whatever. They would flirt and all that, but I don't think that's really a factor.
They did more than flirting.
Well, again, listen, that's my home girl. I'm just gonna keep it like that. I'm just gonna say I just don't think. I think that was 4 years ago. I don't think that they're in the same that.
You talking about Terry P, your home girl?
Yeah, I don't think Terry's in the same space that like I said, I think it was just lighthearted, virtually, flirting or whatever. I think they got a lot of love for each other. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think that Terry is not a factor in this storyline. Like Krista made Terry a factor. You know what I mean? By bringing up her name. But anyway, so aside from Terry P, Krista and Lemon, I absolutely adore the storyline. I'm surprised you telling me that Bree is really upset with him. I don't understand how
Yeah,
anybody.
you should watch it this
I
morning.
doubt it. I
I was
doubt. I
sitting here.
doubt. I doubt I'll catch the replay, but it sounds interesting. I just don't hold on to the things that heavy like that to be like
I
really.
don't either.
Yeah, I mean, if you do something really nasty to somebody, I might speak on it, but she's a willing participant. He's a willing participant. I don't see why I would be so angry.
I'm like you. A lot of this shit on here, believe it or not, a lot of this. Well, for the people who've been following me for years, they know I take a lot of this shit surface level. That's why I just come on here and do commentary. I don't be all getting into my feelings behind shit that go on here, but I just call shit as I see it too. If it's super unbelievable to me or the shit don't add up, I mean, it don't make sense. Sometimes I think it's a play, not everything. But we'll just have to, you know how we are. We agree to
You
disagree
know,
on that. But
we'll
yeah,
happily
I
agree to
absolutely think
disagree.
it's a
Yeah.
play. And if it's not a play, then there's something's not there. Maybe something is needed because ain't no way a man be doing me like that in real life, let alone on social media in front of thousands of people every day, every other day, every week, whatever.
Well,
It's crazy.
this is the reason why I feel like you guys who think everything is a play, and just bear with me for 2 seconds. I think personally that you guys think everything is a play, and I tell Langston this all the time because it's your defense mechanism. Because to actually think that this stuff is real, or let's just say 50% or 60% of this particular storyline is real, right? Would mean that we're dealing with people who are not playing with a full deck. So I feel like, huh?
I didn't say it.
I mean, no, I'm saying it, and I feel like you guys use it as a defense mechanism to say, "Oh no, this got to be fake." Just like I think
No,
that's
it's
why
not.
people that. Well, let me just give you examples though. That's why people, maybe not you, right? But that's why people do things like, "Oh, that such and such didn't die. They didn't die because they don't want to think about their own mortality or the mortality of people around them." So it has to be a play. Oh, he didn't lose his job. He lying. He don't need no money for no, because they don't want to think about when they needed some money or when they maybe their finances. I feel like it's a complete defense mechanism because because people don't want to face the reality that a lot of people deal with people high trauma situations. A lot of people deal with people dogging them out, talking to them like shit, embarrassing them, manipulating them, gaslighting them. Like everybody on the internet is so perfect, but a lot of people are dealing with some bum ass bitches and some bum ass niggas. And I just really think it's about a defense mechanism to where we can't say, "Oh Lord," because then otherwise, and then I think it takes the fun out of it. Because see, I can still think it's fun and still think y'all are off y'all rocker. Because I tell them every night, like both of y'all are ratchet and fucked up, but I love them to death. And people, "Oh, she playing in your face." No, I'm being fucking honest.
Okay, some people might feel that way.
Yeah, it's taking
Never looked at a
y'all shit.
situation out here and thought about my job or my life or my mom. I've never looked at it that way because I don't. A lot of this stuff is surface level for me. But if it don't make sense to me, I mean, after being in this sector for years and seeing all the plays, seeing all the people lie, all the makeups, the breakups, all this shit coming behind doors and out the, rabbit's hat, text messages, videos, just all kind of shit. It's like that's why I say sometimes I believe something's a play. Nothing to do with
That's
a
a good
defense
point.
mechanism or how I feel about my own self. I literally just watch this shit and I be laughing and gagging at most of the shit
No,
most
you
of
do.
the time.
You're lighthearted.
But if I think it's a play, I just think it's a play. And like somebody said in the chat, if it's not a play, then some of these people are just mental. Like, and I'm not saying she is. I'm not no counselor or doctor. But some of this shit, like, I mean, Sassy, come on now. The things that she be doing on here, like licking fans and putting Lysol wipes on her face and having this 30-some-year-old boy who's 20 years younger than her treat her like shit on public panels, like it's crazy.
Girl, if I wasn't so friendly with a lot of these motherfuckers and I didn't want to go out and just, AK-47 a whole bunch of strays, girl, I can name like 10 things off the top of my head of people being humiliated on this bitch. They be humiliating themselves and allowing other people to. I'll be like, oh my God. But see, I don't know if we're thinking this because it's one part of this.
There you go, right there, that comment right there.
But I love the comment and what's up straight out of content. But a lot of people are, y'all. I wish I had the balls. I got 10 examples at the top of my head.
But this is so on another level, sir.
No, it's not, y'all. Girl, let me write this in the back chat. Let me, y'all tripping. Y'all
this
be
is like a continual
y'all be forgetting shit. Hold on.
For numbers, for Nimbus.
Girl, please.
Thank you, Maya. It's their content.
Don't say this out loud. What we watched this
shit.
I won't
say it out loud, but that's exactly what it is. It's their content for money.
No, did you read it?
Hold on.
You talking about you ain't gonna say it out loud, and you go.
I'm not gonna say it out loud.
Well, did you read my comment though?
Yes, I just read it.
Okay. Now tell me. That was the most humiliating shit. Fuck, girl. Do you want me to keep naming names?
I don't think so. I haven't seen nothing more humiliating than what I'm watching right now. And I can even throw somebody else in there. Let me throw a name in the back chat.
Are you kidding me? Y'all I'm sorry to do this, but I like some of these people and they don't deserve to stray. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what her name is.
And that ain't even
now we disagree. Because I think that those two knew she knew exactly. Now that name I'm gonna say because that's my homie. Can I say it?
I don't care.
Her name was Tracy and Rob.
I'm just thinking we doing the back chat game.
I know, but don't say the first one because they're still traumatized over it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Tracy's not traumatized over this. She put Tracy and Rob. Y'all know that a lot of people. I don't know, chat. How many people in here?
It's only like 140.
Okay. How many of y'all thought that was like, did y'all think of that as fun? Did you think it was exercise in humiliation? Did you think Tracy was in control? Like, what did y'all think? That was such a roller coaster. But I don't think that, did you think that was a play?
I thought it was a play on his part. On her part, no. On his part, yeah. I thought he was doing a lot of shit for clicks and views for content. And I thought that there were a lot of things that she was doing that was, secondhand humiliation. I mean, hey, we saw what happened. Everybody did their videos and people just was like, secondhand, oh, Teresa, why you allowed her to do this? Woo, 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 woo. This shit that I see right now going on, it tops the cake for me.
Really?
It tops the cake for the way he be cussing her ass out like it ain't shit.
But remember, Rob pulled a gun on Tracy Cakes.
He didn't pull it on her.
Girl, he was rubbing that gun and
he did not point it at her head. He didn't pull it at her. He didn't threaten to shoot.
Y'all see, this is why we're cool, because we can have this type of conversation and disagree. And when we say we agree to disagree, we be really meaning it. We don't have resentment.
Move on to the next
thing. But listen, because we just see that differently. But so I think that's how I see this. Just Krista, I see them as two willing participants. I don't see, it is humiliating. I'm not gonna lie, but girl, she's 54 years old. And we talk to her. It's not like we're not talking to her.
There, 54.
It's not like we're not talking to her. It's not, like I said, I like the lady a lot. I think she's cute and goofy and silly. And I talk to her like at least once or twice a week. Y'all hear me talking to her and saying, girl, don't do this. Girl, do this. So I don't know.
That's basically what I don't know if Bree would call it desensitized. If she's in the cloud, she can respond if she like. But this morning, what Bree was talking about as well was how Lolo and them was on the panel laughing while he was embarrassing her and humiliating her last night. And Bree was like, and you guys are just laughing at it. I don't understand.
They
Girl
have
was sitting there like, I was sitting there like, it's
I
all
think
playing
I,
in my
I
head.
think y'all getting real. I think y'all are this. I think this whole thing is silly because they have laughed at people losing their jobs. They have laughed at people calling CPS. They have laughed at people getting doxxed. They don't give a fuck about nothing. And I seriously think that people are putting themselves in this position because they can't imagine a man doing them like that possibly or something. So it's hitting home because these people have done some real fucked up shit to each other and people laugh or do not give a fuck. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be up because after this Hoes with Hearts, but I want to ask Lemon and Krista, what do they think about this? Because I think this is a great discussion. So what
I
is,
don't think they care because people been discussing it since day one. So I don't think
I don't know if anybody has asked Lemon straight out, do you think this is an exercise in humiliation? And asking Krista, do you think that humiliation, are you turned on by humiliation? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the real question to see
You
if
see that comment?
Rob humiliated her, but just Krista is worse because they cursed. What? I don't understand.
Because Tracy would curse back at Rob and go
Well,
it's like she's like, did you hear what Rose said? I hate how you feel like you have to walk around on eggshells around Lemon. That hit right there, that slap. I'm like, and she was just like, it's okay. I know what to do next time. I'll do better.
Remember, I clicked the link and I said, he's for the fucking streets. You don't need to acquiesce to him. He's for the streets. Lemon goes, yup, I'm for the streets. And then Tracy goes, you are?
Tracy, girl, Tracy, pieces. Girl, last night when Tracy was up there, I was like, Tracy, Lord.
Girl, how about how many times they had to ask him if he really wanted to break up, bitch? I said, girl, I'm about to throw this motherfucking TV on the laptop, bitch. If I have to ask a nigga one time if he want to break up with me, it's a wrap.
It's hard to look away because, like they said in the chat, everybody loves a train wreck. And you're right, straight out of storylines. I feel like this shit is straight out of did you write this shit? Straight out of storyline? Did you?
I thought you was asking me.
You turn your camera back off, baby, unless you want it on. Okay, she wants it on. Hey, boo, how you doing? You look beautiful.
Hey, hi, how are you guys?
Good, girl.
Sassy. Oh, hi, hello, hi everyone, hi chat. I think what it is, I think it's because it's every day that we watch it,
That's true.
and I think when you see that consistently every day, that's different. She doesn't fight back as much. She seems like it's like the under my thumb like theory of like a battered woman syndrome, and you see that every day, and so I think that's why it looks.
That's a good point.
That's
a great point.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I think that's what it is because it's like constant. As for like even I mean, we've seen a lot of humiliating things on this. And I mean, even with the Tracy and Rob thing, at least Tracy fought back and was like, I'm not F you, blah, blah, blah. You know, she would hold her own.
Absolutely.
With Krista, she doesn't hold her own. And it just looks like battered woman syndrome.
Yeah.
Sorry. It just.
But that's what she's admitted to that. So do you think what do you think? You think this is a play? You think it's somewhere in the middle? What do you think?
I think it's gross. I saw a little bit of last night. I don't like the way Lemon's playing this game. And I really think and the thing is, I'm not even going to use age. I don't care if you're with someone younger. Who cares? That's not the thing. I think both of them are immature for their ages. Both of them. At 32, you shouldn't be acting like that. At 53, you shouldn't be acting like that. So I think they both have arrested development. And I also think that the fact of the matter is they are not. And this one for Krista, I don't think you've had a healthy relationship or know what it feels like to have a little bit of a balance. And that's what I don't like seeing. And it's sad. I think that's really sad, and that's why the humiliation thing when you see it every day, I think that's why it hurts a lot. Not hurt people, but it's just like, child,
Triggering.
it's very triggering. Like, not even a teenage girl will put up with this much.
And that's what I'll be
But
trying to say.
people
Like,
put
it's
up,
unbelievable.
people put up with it every day, all day.
Absolutely. But when you see it like constantly every
Yeah.
day,
Publicly,
you
yeah.
know, I
I've
mean, don't
only
get it.
I've only seen this like in documentaries, right?
Yeah.
But I try to stay balanced to say like, oh my God, I never no, this is happening right now with
Yeah. I mean,
millions of people.
and
Men,
I've seen, oh,
men
sorry,
and
sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I keep pausing. I was just gonna say men and women. Men are being abused verbally, humiliated,
Absolutely.
degraded, belittled, and so are millions of people are this around the world are having this situation right now. So this
I
is not,
agree.
It's nothing new. That's not the thing.
It's,
Not like I can't believe it happens. I know people who were in abusive relationships. I be looking at them like, girl, why the fuck you with this motherfucker? He just did what? Like I seen that growing up. And my parents, my
ditto.
aunties, back then everybody got their ass whooped back in the day. But to all these
okay.
damn rights and shit.
Not my
But
family.
I'm just saying. A lot of men used to beat their women back in the day, okay? And it was
I
like,
mean, even my
okay.
parents, that's why my parents divorced was because of abuse.
Mhm.
And so the fact of the matter, I've even had a situation, but I've also had to rescue girlfriends from that kind of Stockholm syndrome as well.
Same
And
here.
so, and I had to rescue myself
Well,
from
then that means that
becoming
you
that.
guys might be proving my theory because that's what I said. The defense
Right.
mechanism of wanting to say that it's a play, it may be partially because it is triggering to think that if this is real, then this is crazy.
But it's
Right.
not, I wouldn't call it triggering for me. I just think it's a play because it's like you're up here on a public platform being humiliated for content.
I don't think it's a play. I don't. At this
It's
point, I
like
don't think
women
it's
is
a
getting all
play.
these
I
clicks
think
and
it's someone that
views.
is actually really lonely and wants someone to have or love. And by the way, first of all, let's not start using love after 2 months. We've grown
Please,
as
let's
people.
not. Let's
Yeah.
not.
Like, "Oh, you're in love." Like, I saw some of that last time. Like, no, this is internet.
And he
Stop.
straight up said, I don't love her, but she loves
And
him.
exactly. And I think, and that's where the internet, I'm like, y'all need to get back to your real mind, the real world thinking. This is, some of this is not real, but for some people, it is real. And
That's what
what's
I
really,
think. I think it's two things can be true at the same time. Gemini is right
yes,
in the chat, and I get it. I think it is what's the word, you guys? It is a replacement for something that is real. But that's something that could be real, right? So because I keep telling women, and I wish I had a safer platform to really talk to women because you can pretend like you don't need companionship. You can pretend like companionship is not necessary. But when you're devoid of companionship after so many years, people start doing some real wicked stuff, like sitting up on panels for 8 and 9 and 11 hours for free because at least some attention is better than no attention.
But if
that
this
is,
is a real relationship, why
Not
doesn't she have his phone number? Why didn't she know the name of his dog? I mean, I could go on. But I mean, those are
we
simple
know it's not real. We know
those
it's not real. Yeah, we do know
those
that.
are simple things that you should know if you've been. If she keeps saying we've only been together for a few months, but you don't know the name of his dog.
and
Everybody
that's the
was
thing.
like, no, she didn't ask him last night. Well, does the dog have a name?
I don't think she knows that
Girl,
it's not
shut up.
real.
No, I'm
I don't
not.
think,
See, that's what she said last night, and everybody said you don't know your man's dog's name.
Well, but that part is
No,
we
Sassy, come on now, Sassy.
we know it's not a real. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I don't want to be mistaken here. I don't think anybody shut up, Toya. I don't think anybody thinks it's a real relationship. But I'm saying, but what we are saying is that what we're arguing is if it's a play or not. Meaning,
But
like,
would it be a play if it's fake?
no, because that's where I live in the gray and you live in black and white. So you're like, if it's not this, then it's this. I'm saying on Lemon's part, he's doing it for views, for content, he thinks it's funny, it's whatever, like he thinks everybody's in on it, right? So what's the big deal? On her side, perhaps she's so lonely that her brain has replaced reality with fiction. That's what I'm saying. So that doesn't make it a play, because you said your definition of a play is they're back behind the scenes saying, okay, today we're going to do this, and then tomorrow we're going to do this, and then to that, I don't think that's happening. I don't think either one of them are mature enough for that to play out like that.
And I do, but that's just me. But before I get cussed out again, does anybody mind if Jay Dunn hits the panel?
Oh, Jay Dunn, you've been in
I'm asking.
I'm okay with Jay Dunn, but she's been in some trouble.
I'm just asking.
Don't talk about my dad. Please.
Yeah, please, let's talk.
Oh, please. I don't, yeah, please.
Jay. Hello.
Hi. Look here. How in the hell are you, ladies?
Hello.
I'm gonna click the link, but as soon as I clicked up in here to your live hood table, I saw Shatifa or whatever the fuck the person name is. Got my name. What my name got to do with anything? But how in the hell are y'all?
Oh, I didn't even see that. I don't even know what you're talking about. But I'm doing good, and we got 7 minutes before Hoes with Hearts go live. So
good. You did a great
show. I'm gonna get the floor to Jay Dunn.
I'm going to drop down, you guys, but great conversation.
Bye,
so I'll let you guys
so
take it away.
Toya.
I'm going to keep on walking these streets.
All right, boo.
All right, bye.
Be careful out there. But yeah, somebody in the chat said this is a great conversation, and thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And what up, Lisa and Drunk Meek and Maya and everybody who fell back in here? What up, Big Rig?
Yeah, I want to say, hey, Drunk Meek, honey. She said this is a virtual illusion. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it's not, I don't think anybody thinks it's real. Right. I mean, it doesn't make it, it's just silly. Right.
It's not real to me, it's fake, and that's a play, but that's just me. I
get it, because that's what I'm saying. The difference, if people could understand how people think, like if you could ask the very first question you could ask somebody is, do you believe in grays, or are you black and white? Then that almost immediately tells you how that person thinks. So that's what you were saying earlier. Dragons did not need a bike, so that makes it a play. You lied to me about what you needed the money for, so therefore it's a play. I'm a gray person saying no, she needed money if it was food, if it was housing, if it was to get on the bus. She did need food, so it's not technically a play to me. She was just trying to garner some type of sympathy to get the money that she actually did need. But so sometimes we're not even arguing a different point. It's just the way that we view it, right? So that's how I think of this situation. So I don't, by any stretch of the imagination, come on now. I mean, Lemon has said it a million times. She, on the other hand, I don't know. I don't know if she's trolling or if there's somewhere in her that is, well, where else am I gonna go if I'm not?
Girl, when she be saying, I love him, and when they ask, he be answering straight up, no, I don't love you. No, I don't want to be with you. No, I don't. Yeah. It'd be so funny. But Jay Dunn, what you got, babe? What you got?
I was gonna say, well, if dragons needed some food, all she got to do is wrestle somebody for it, because Lemon was wrestling people in Vegas for a hamburger. That's that. And then also, hood table. I think it's some stuff going on, because I was over there on Pizarro's. That's why I'm late coming over here to you. And Pizarro ended her live abruptly because somebody else went live. Can I say who? If you about to end it?
I already said it, but go ahead.
No, Pizarro ended hers because I guess Ronnie Q done went live. So if you saying Hoes with Heart about to go live, Ronnie Q done went live.
You lying to me.
So I guess they're going to be dueling. Yeah, that's what Pizarro told me when I was over there.
Oh my God.
Girl.
Oh my God. Man.
Girl. But
yeah, so
everybody gonna be at Hoes with Hearts. I mean, I don't know what Ronnie Q. I wonder what is she gonna say? I mean,
everybody know where to go.
Yeah, because you've got to support. But I mean, well, listen, honey, I don't have a choice to make. But yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Damn, that's exactly why. That's why she didn't want to buy. Man, let me really need something. I'd be like, where that bike at? Which store? I would catch the bus to that motherfucker. And it's free. Shit. But
Yeah,
anyway.
I think she needed that money for her room charge. I think she needed to eat. I think she needed some cigarettes, you know. But hey, I mean, listen, she played her hand. She ain't, you know, I'm positive. No, I mean, I don't know. Maybe some weeping heart is sending her money, but I don't think she got that much money to begin with initially, you know, of the initial ask. And I definitely don't think she got anything after that. She wasn't a big enough supporter and name in the beef sector anyway to be asking for money, in my opinion. But I do think that she was in need of money. You know, I think it was a desperate situation.
That part I can agree with.
Yeah,
And
that's all.
I didn't send her not
Like
one
liars.
dime. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I didn't send her.
Like people to lie to me for, even if it's like, I don't want to. I was gonna tell the situation, but I won't because we got 2 minutes. I might tell this story next time. But yeah, I don't like when people lie to me or try to just put 20 on 10 to put my heartstrings. Just be honest. You might get more by being honest. That's all I gotta say. But on that note, you guys,
Oh,
any
hood
last
table.
words? Either one of you guys?
My last word is because about your apology that you got. How do you feel? Do you feel better now?
No.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
But what
I
you
feel
think
the
about the
same.
fact that we forced an apology? We did it, Joe.
I mean, I don't feel like I forced anything. I wasn't even expecting or looking for an apology. And I like I said, I don't think she owed me anything. But even some people went back to look at her original video and they was like, you saying you didn't pull your support, but you did say in there basically that you're pulling your support and you ain't been over on the hood table in 2 months ever since the day Jay Dunn hit the panel. So I mean, but you know, it's done. It is what it is. I'm not gonna dwell on it. You know what I mean? I'm not that type of
Yeah.
person. You don't fuck with me. You know, it's YouTube.
Well, hood table, don't you worry. I'm going this my last words and then I'm gonna let Sassy have it. But because I was the catalyst of you losing support, even though all I said was hi, how in the hell are ya? I'm gonna make sure I come over here and support whenever I get a chance.
Aren't you so sweet? Even though they think you a demon child.
I know. They all think that, but let them think what they want to. Even I had to apologize for Sassy like last week because I woke up on the wrong side of the bed and I had got into Sassy's throat on YouTube cameras and I had to give Sassy an apology.
I
But the
saw
people
that.
I care about, I treat well. The people that I don't give two fucks about, then I just don't.
I saw that, and I'm the same way. If I treat somebody well, I expect the same in return, and if somebody treats me well, I expect the same in return. And a lot of people they take shit just way too seriously than we need to in life. You know what I mean? So it's the B sector. It's the B sector. But hey, TMO, how you doing? Hey Lisa, hey Hood, what up, you guys?
Okay, well, I'm dropping down. I'm going to let Sassy have it with her last words. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
And it's two people that's going to go live. Hose with Heart, who basically was on VS panel earlier discussing their thing with Ronnie Q. They said they was going live right now.
Well,
And
I'm over here. I'm over here. Let's just stay live until they go.
Okay. Was RQ live yet? Is anybody?
Oh, I can. Well, there. Hose with Heart is not live. I'm not sub to Ronnie. I will look.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, and Jake has been acting up. TMO, you right about that. I ain't gonna hold you. Last night I was like, Lemon. I like me some J Dunn, and I even was like, damn, you giving her a lot of chances, bro. But hey,
You see, like that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like why is he doing that? What is that about? You
I
know?
didn't understand that, Sassy. I was up here cringing. Like the chat was probably cringing too. Like, why don't you just drop her? Why don't you just drop her? Why you keep talking to her?
Well, I'm telling you, there is some type of arrested development that cannot answer all of these questions. Like it's not as simple as like black and white. There's a lot of gray. There's long-standing relationships. There's complex relationships and situation. I don't know the answers, girl. I just know I don't think it's as simple as we want it to be sometimes, you know. But since I am such a fair bitch, because I could have just lied, I just want to let you.
What?
I just because I was like, well, Hose is not on, but ironically, there is 666 people in Ronnie Q's chat as we speak.
Oh,
And
whoa! It must be
live,
going down
and
over
she
there.
has been live for 10 fucking minutes. Okay.
I'm gonna have to run over there, Sassy.
I know it. That's why I said I want the lie so bad, girl, but I said I can't do my homie like that.
I have to go over there, girl.
Bye, honey. Okay, I'll
right,
see
love
you.
you,
I'll
babe.
see you if you drop down in Hose. But text
All
me in the background. Let's gossip about this child. Cause
Okay,
Lord.
you know it.
Okay, bye, bye, y'all.
Thanks.
Thanks. Okay, our secret back chat, bitches. Bye, y'all. Smooches.
Bye. All right, so I heard that Ronnie Q is live right now because I guess Ronnie Q and Hose with Heart, they have a big issue going on. And so they both scheduled their lives for the same exact time. They said Ronnie Q is live right now, but Hose with Heart is not live right now. So let me grab Ronnie Q's live for those of you who are not subscribed real quick. Oh, damn. Okay, let me grab Hose too. Shit. Okay, hold on. Hose is live, so let me grab their link too. All right, y'all. So I put both of the links in the chat. Whoever y'all want to go watch, whoever y'all want to go support, you so welcome, Cloud Watcher. And thank you for joining us today. Hey, Fifi, how you doing? And welcome to everyone. If I missed you, charge it to my head and not my heart. You guys, okay? Make sure you like and share the video if you haven't done already. Also, if you are new here, feel free to subscribe and hit the join button if you want to become a member. And also, if you want to donate to the commentary or to the platform, our Cash App is $the Hood Table 402. I'm gonna see y'all somewhere on these YouTube screens. Okay, I'm gonna get back to work because my lunch break is up, and I'm gonna be just watching back and forth, see what's going on, and who knows, we might be live later on today. Who knows? All right, y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out.